It's 1961 at NASA's Mission Control. Everyone's buzzing, preparing for the Mercury Atlas 7 flight. But something's off. John Glenn's spaceship nearly doesn't make it back. How did a top-notch team of geniuses almost let disaster happen? This isn't a tale of dumb luck or bad tech. It's about a trap smarter people fall into all the time. Ready to find out what happens when intelligence backfires? Smart folks often trip over their own brilliance. Here's why even the brightest can stumble spectacularly. NASA's Mercury Atlas 7, piloted by Scott Carpenter, overshot its orbit in 1962, an error almost catastrophic. Despite brilliant engineers and careful planning, assumptions were never properly tested. This tiny miscalculation nearly turned a space triumph into a deadly failure, showing that even genius-led teams can miss obvious risks. Imagine cognitive bias as a pair of tinted glasses. You see clearly, but only what your brain expects to see. Confirmation bias, for instance, filters out conflicting info like a club that only accepts familiar faces. So smart people lock themselves into comfortable ideas, ignoring warning signs no matter how glaring. The antidote: embrace what Nobel laureate Daniel Kahneman calls slow thinking, the skill to pause, question, and doubt your first instincts. Like Sherlock Holmes chewing over evidence from every angle, high IQ alone doesn't save you. It's your willingness to be uncertain that does. Surprisingly, intelligence can be the enemy of good judgment. Here's how cleverness breeds its own kind of stupidity. Thomas Edison famously churned through thousands of filament tests before landing on a working light bulb. His doggedness was legendary, but it also blinded him to simpler, more effective solutions others saw. This tunnel vision turned brilliance into stubbornness, stuck on a path even when better options emerged. Smart people often get hit by overconfidence, a kind of mental flu that inflates certainty and shrinks skepticism. Like a baseball player who refuses to adjust because he thinks he's got the perfect swing, overconfidence seals off new information and shrinks critical thinking. Then there's strategic ignorance, deliberately avoiding knowledge that might mess with your current beliefs or decisions. It's like ignoring the map because you want to believe you're on the right trail. Paradoxically, smart people sometimes shield themselves from info that would actually help them avoid mistakes. So how do you dodge the intelligence trap? Let's unpack the strategies that keep brilliance sharp and humble. Benjamin Franklin used a straightforward tool, a list of objections to his own ideas. Before acting, he'd write down every potential flaw, then argue both sides patiently. This simple habit turned his thinking into a steel trap, catching errors before they became disasters. Physicist Richard Feynman was legendary for constantly asking why, not just once, but until he unearthed the root cause. This relentless curiosity forced him to dig beneath surface assumptions, an approach that can snap you out of lazy thinking and fake expertise. Daniel Kahneman explains our brain runs on two systems, a fast, intuitive one that loves shortcuts and a slow, analytical one that demands effort. The intelligence trap strikes when we rely too hard on speed and intuition. Cultivating metacognition, thinking about thinking, lets us flip the switch and engage the slow system when it matters most. Back in NASA's control room, the near disaster was a brutal reminder. Brilliance can mask blind spots, but that close call sparked deeper checks and better decisions. So here's when you can steal from the masters. Start a daily checklist of reasons why your best idea might be wrong. It's a tiny ritual that can save you from the intelligence trap and keep your smarts working for you. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.